we say the police them make some inways into the criminal activities and the murder. And we find it good, very good, very, very, very good that this is happening. But what I like to see them to know is clear up all of them big criminal activities where go unpunished. Yes. Like the van load of coke where them did find on a Montego Bay. Where them trail the brother from Kingston for go a Montego Bay. We don't hear nothing more about that again. The former principal of JC and part of the Maritime University there. We don't hear nothing more about that again. The Prime Minister still have some unfinished business to do and to wrap up. We don't hear nothing like that go on. The thieving of people money, including Mr. Bolt money, it kind of get from back burner, you know. We don't hear nothing more about these things again. The drugs where them find out of Bascabel. Also the plane where them find and not find no pilot and nobody a flight. The pilot them. All these things. And those are big crimes, you know, big crime. And I talk about the little crime now, I talk about the big crime them. Would I like hear some activity go on that can really make the people them feel like things are not only are going on for poor people, but those big guys, because I must some big guys do these things. If a man go find so much coke in a plane, and a plane them find with nobody knowing there. It's amazing. You know, Jamaican people still ask what is going on. A $3 trillion argument there too. $3 trillion argument that still not rectify. How long we have to wait to hear all of these things? Wrap them up, wrap them up, wrap them up. Sure, say it's not only policing the gangster them on the road, because youth them were turned to crime. But the big guys them who have them big job and who insist to rob people and kill people said we and bring in whole heap of gun in the island. And you know, little guy down Tip Valley I do these things, big gun. Them have the capability and the facility to do these things. It's contacts and links to do these things. So would I really love to hear the wrapping up. So I hail up the man called 90 the Observer. For those of you who don't know his name, so you have to go Google him name, you know. One of the big producers them from in a them time there. And him also give you a big hit named Blood and Fire. I don't know how much of you know that song there, but him give a big tune. Well, you want to know? 90 send me an album, yeah. Him send me an album. And it's him do the album. A long time, he might tell me about this album, yeah, you know. I tell you about 4 years about tell me about this album, yeah. Well, if send the album at last, I want to play before the day done, we'll play some cuts off it because why 90? Yeah, man. You stand up, man. You stand up, trust me. You stand up. Overseas with this war, Iran, Israel, USA, and you saw here some more coming out. The 30,000 pound bombs where America dropped in our mountain. They were supposed to have some enriched uraniums and all these things where can make bomb, nuclear weapon. Okay. All right. We are going to Teddy in a St. Catherine there. Rather, hey, Teddy, I lose your rather, you know. Teddy.
Well, yes, you know, rather have a thing when they say we rather. Yam cassava or banana. So that's a rather song with them have, you know. We rather.
So where you rather?
Well, trust me, I'm a livestock person, so I mean, I'm gonna buy the crop still. So
livestock. When you done with them dead stock. Anyway, go attack where you attack.
All right, Muta, thank you so much. And of course, good afternoon to all our listeners once again by irfm.net, and also, of course, the Google Store. You can download the IRFM app and listen, or you can also listen live. All right, so we're coming to you from Chedwin Park Cricket Sports Complex here in Spanish Town. Good staging so far for the inaugural Rada St. Catherine Agricultural Show. The kids are out, families are out, the farmers are out, the different farmers groups, the stakeholders, members from the ministry and other platforms. So right now, we're here talking to Mr. Winston Shaw. And of course, Mr. Winston Shaw is no stranger to the IRFM family and of course to the farmers and of course the sector right about now. He is the Senior Director for Technology Training and Technical Information. Welcome to the airspace of IRFM.
Thank you, sir. It's a privilege for me to be here, always to share the sort of celebration that we're having in the agricultural sector, rather being the chief extension agency that provides technical services to our farmers island-wide. Thank you.
All right, talk to us about your role, your position. Exactly what do you do at RADA? Information, technology, training, a big portfolio. Talk to us about what you do at RADA.
Yes, big portfolio with a lot of support staff. So we provide technical support to farmers, the know-how, the good agricultural practices in various areas such as water management, land husbandry, livestock, plant health and food safety, marketing, rural sociology that deals with the group building, group strengthening, group formation, right? And that goes right across the entire 13 parishes as we know it in RADA, because Kingston and St. Andrew is recognized as one where RADA is concerned. So we provide this technical support working hand in hand with our field services division that specifically deal with extension service to our farmers. So RADA pretty much is that extension arm that link farmer to the research and the research to the farmer, bringing good information to the farmer and bringing good information from the farmer to the research that we can strengthen and bolster our production and productivity right across Jamaica.
Excellent, well said. All right, let us talk about, of course, you're celebrating your 35th anniversary. What's in store? What's the preparation is like?
Okay, so this year RADA is celebrating its 35th anniversary, and we want to celebrate it with our farmers and with the general public of Jamaica. So there are a number of things that will be happening. The timeline, you will soon see them posted on all our social media platforms in terms of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, which is now X, and TikTok. And of course, the RADA website is there. We're kicking off with a church service, and this is going to roll right through for 1 year, right? Different events will be happening at specific dates throughout the year. Specifically at the Denby Agricultural Show, we'll be having some celebration for the RADA 35th anniversary there. And so we're asking you to just keep connected with our social media platform and our website, and you'll be updated accordingly.
Happy that you touch on Denby 2025, and of course RADA play a pivotal role in that the 14 parishes normally have their pavilions and set up their displays, and it's quite a competitive atmosphere for our RADA and our farmer folks at Denby 2025. In a nutshell, what's in store? You mentioned the celebration. What else?
Okay, so for this year, we're looking specifically at some of the modern tools, emerging and cutting-edge technology that is assisting agriculture to bring it to a higher level, more efficiency. So we talk about right here, even at Chedwin, we can see the drones on display. We're looking at drone technology. We're looking at other technology that help us to identify pests and disease quickly. Technology that enhance water management, which is crucial, especially in this time of climate change, uncertainty with the variability of climate. We're looking also at I mentioned the pest and disease. I mentioned livestock. Livestock, our small ruminant program is something that the government of Jamaica rather is paying close attention to building up that enterprise. But most of all, and what is more important, we are showcasing where farmers can adopt the business approach to agriculture. So we have the Farming as a Business program, we have collaboration with Development Bank of Jamaica, and other entities where we are looking to strengthen, enhance, and support the capacity building of our farmers to bring them more in the entrepreneurship arena to approach farming as a business to make it more successful and self-sufficient for Jamaica land we love.
There you have it from the man himself, our Senior Director for Technology Training and Technical Information at RADA, Mr. Winston Shaw. Pleasure talking to you, sir. And of course, great things in store as RADA celebrate 35 years. And of course, big things for them be RADA Connect Hub and all these things. But for now, we're pitching things back to Master Control. Mutabaruka, take it away.
Hey, RADA celebrate 35 years.
Yeah, 35 years.
Then I celebrate 35 years. What them so far up?
So it look like it. Yeah, and I said we had our launch yesterday. So RADA
35 years. Watch that. 20 odd years ago, I never hear nothing about RADA, you know. No, you think a joke?
1990 Muta.
That means you're more than 35 years.
RADA came on officially as an entity.
So how many you say about them?
Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries.
Anyway, we're glad to hear about them still, but them need to tell the farmer them say them are used too much pesticide for the plant them.
Yes, man. And that's what we're about, also part of our segment at the Demby 2025 Muta. We're looking forward to see you, know, sir. But when you come and walk through the boat, you know, and look at what we showcase, you know.
That means if you can't walk through the boat, not knowing that.
Come and bless the boat, man.
No, you know. You don't need to tell the minister who serve responsibility. Said too much pesticide in the food them. And that me talk about. Anyway, we have a
right, so that is part of yes, man, very important information you just mentioned, and that is why we have our program, Plant Health, Food Safety, where we look at how to control, minimize, and eliminate what we have a program, Integrated Pest Management, where we're not, chemical is the final, last resort. But there is so much other practices, cultural practices that we use.
Slash and burn is the next problem. Slash and burn. Slash and burn is the next problem too. You know what slash and burn?
Yeah, man, slash and burn. Yeah, we're moving away from that, man. We have moved away from slash and burn, man. And where it is practiced,
moving away,
we bring our farmers up into the right mechanism.
They want you from my ear, every meter here, bamboo pop. Bamboo pop and all them. Anyway, we take a break and next, after 3 we come call you back. We'll call you back after 3. All
right, Muta, all right.
Yeah. They had them go right in at the news time and my time. So, you know, when we come forward, we want a view on where we are going in America there, you know, because it's so start to affect me, you know. You think it's not going to affect me? It's so start to affect me, man. I don't care what you think, say, Iran, the far over there. So, but you see, from America involved in it, it's going to affect me. Yeah. Because we kiss America, whatsoever people usually kiss. All the while. So, we're going to go to the news and come forward. News time.
Headlines. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, is actively assisting farmers to secure their crops and livestock during the 2025 hurricane season. Senior livestock specialist at RADA, Maxine Brown, said the authority's support goes beyond sensitization to providing material support to enable farmers to safeguard their livelihood. She said the RADA aid is based on where farms are located and what is required of the farmers. RADA continues to issue reminders, share best practices, as well as conduct theory and practical workshops to guide farmers in making smart preventative decisions. While information is a critical first step, Ms. Brown said financial constraints often make it difficult for some farmers to implement what they have learned. To bridge that gap, RADA, in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and other stakeholders, offer direct support in the form of materials and equipment. A 27-year-old Hanover man has been charged with murder following an incident in his community last Saturday. Charged is Kemar Gale, otherwise called Chicken of Orange Bay District. The charge stems from the death of 60-year-old Roy Donaldson, otherwise called Junior or Bounty, a laborer also of Orange Bay. Reports from the police said that about 3:30 p.m., Donaldson was standing on the Orange Bay main road when he was approached by a man who shoved him. It is reported that the man left and later returned with a piece of wood which he used to hit Donaldson in his chest. The man fled the scene on foot and was held and beaten by a mob. Donaldson and the injured suspect were transported to hospital, where Donaldson was pronounced dead. The suspect was admitted under police guard. Gale was charged after being interviewed. Witnesses' statements were recorded yesterday, and a court date is being finalized. In news overseas, Iran's supreme leader has insisted the U.S. gained no achievement from strikes on its nuclear facilities in his first public address since a ceasefire with Israel was agreed on Tuesday. According to BBC, the supreme leader said the strikes did not accomplish anything significant to disrupt Iran's nuclear program and described the retaliation against an American airbase in Qatar as dealing a heavy blow. It came as Washington doubled down on its assessment that the strikes had severely undermined Iran's nuclear ambitions. U.S. Defense Secretary said intelligence gathered by the U.S. and Israel indicated the operation significantly damaged the nuclear program, setting it back by years. Finally, 29 children who were taking their school exams in the Central African Republic have been killed in a crush after a nearby explosion caused panic. The blast occurred at an electricity transformer. BBC reports that the noise of the explosion combined with smoke caused alarm among the almost 6,000 students sitting the baccalaureate at a school in the capital. The president has declared a period of national mourning. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I am Natalie Campbell.
Listen to the war and the rumors of war and nation rising against nation and all these things. And when we look on the people them who are fight, one say them is democracy, one say them is theocracy, and one say them is Israel representing what them call now the land that God give them the right to have, which is lie. But for those of you who don't know what theocracy means, because I know you hear about democracy all the while. Theocracy, theo is God. The cracy upon it means is a state ruled by God. But when you hear from the shout, which is really weird with all people who have this so-called concept of God, is that as some man sit down and rule the country and I decide anything where them decide, them say is God give them that authority. Like when them start to kill the woman and the woman them because them ear no cover. Them kill them. And all the laws them were in the Old Testament, which is in the Quran, them instituted forever all over the people them. But it's pure man that govern the place, pure man. Now, the problem with it is that these three entities are fight. One of them say them is Christian, which is the American. One of them said them is them are deal with Judaism, which not really and truly is a joke talk. And the other one said them are deal with God, rule, government. But the three of them are bombs, a blow up, this and a blow up, that and a blow up, that. And we are say, and this God require that man are gonna make bomb with 30,000 pound bomb and I drop quite a few of them on another country. So I'm going to destroy something where him think the people them a bill, which is another bomb again, nuclear bomb. No, these people, these Ayatollah, it would be idiot people them for really no say these how much pound bomb are going to drop on them and make them uranium and all them enrich this, stay there so. So I am getting the feeling that they move out them things there. Long time, move it out. And America bomb it. And America, which is Trump now, because you can't say America again, you have to say Trump, a different entity. America different from Trump. Trump had declare, say, everything mash up down in the place of them bomb up. So, him no want hear nothing out of that. More than say, him destroy everything. Some of them people, them say, him can't say that because them don't make no serious investigation to find out what is the damage. And the Ayatollah come out and I say, watch your man. That now buzz, you know, we're still there where we're supposed to there. And you're bombing, even though it have a slight effect, but it now going to stop way. Meanwhile, Israel is all hell-bent on the war. Yes, them hell-bent on the war. And Trump vexed with them that him cause a big bad word on the TV, them. It go viral everywhere. The first time ever you're president, publicly, with the F word. No, I tell you, that brother is not easy. But, with all of that we are going, you know, we have our problem here with America, you know, because America now has sent out what say anyone from America who apply for student visa and all them things there must supply them social media information. I want to know, hear this, you know. The government of America, when I say government, Trump is saying, if you don't want to go to America, go study. It's not only the papers from this and that you must get, but you have to give them your social media information that them can browse it and see if you use one of them troublemaker. That was the hot pick and cash for special pot draw. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 5 p.m. for another chance to win the top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot draws. So we want to go over to Teddy again, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, but like I said, I refer now bring you a live outside broadcast from our hear him rather St. Catherine. So I'll go over to Teddy. Teddy.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mutabaruka. Good afternoon to all our listeners. Welcome back. And of course, we're coming to you live from Chedwin Park. It's all about RADA inaugural agricultural show taking place right here live on the grounds. And of course, want to big up all our sponsors who make it possible. So we're going to talk to Mr. Akeem Williams, and he is the technical sales representative for First and Fertilizers, the first on the land. Welcome to IRFM General.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, listeners.
All right. Talk to us about the partnership and the sponsorship with the RADA St. Catherine.
All right. So we have been partnering and with RADA for some time now, as we are readily available for whenever they call on us to be in the field, in diagnosing any problems that they know, but may not be able to understand it thoroughly. And as it relates to being there in general to support our farmers, whether in the field or in the farm stores and so forth. So we have been in the community doing a lot of work, working with the team, the different RADA teams for the different divisions. And trust me, it has been good. And it feels good to be a young man that is also giving back to the community as it relates to assisting the agricultural sector in general.
Excellent. What you have in store for our farmers today when they turn up here at Chedwin Park?
All right, so first and foremost, we have a lot of information because without information, you can't understand the different products that we may have on the market. So yes, we have a lot of products at our booth today, but the main thing we're here to do is to give information to our farmers, and in turn, they will understand how to use our products. So we have several products in our booth today. We have our fertilizers, of course, our booster line of fertilizers. We have our insecticides for farmers who are having a trip infestation at this time because the time is very hot. And as a result of that, we are going to find that we have a uptick in trip infestation. So we have products at our booth today, like our Spectra, that can be used to minimize and to control these pests that have been affecting our farmers, whether with their cucurbits, whether with their hot peppers or sweet peppers in general. So apart from that, we have our plant nutrients, our liquid fertilizers, our Maniplex line, and our plant start as well. Yeah, or plant start, which is another liquid fertilizer as well. So farmers who are listening now, I believe that it would be a good day to come down to get some discounts and, just come and enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you so much. That was Akeem Williams, the technical sales rep at Person Fertilizers, first on the land. Now we're going to talk to Mr. Adrian Staple, and he is a technical sales rep at Agri Depot. Welcome to IRFM General Wagwan. Talk to us about all the goodies that you have in store for farmers here.
What's up? It's indeed a pleasure, my friend, to be on this ground right now. I'm telling you, this day is blazing up, my friend. I love it. I'm not feeling the heat, but the excitement is here on ground. It's indeed a privilege to be here. Agri Depot, as the tagline says, the passion for growing. We're just enjoying ourselves and just, enjoying and basking in the goodness and the wonderful feeling today that has to bring. No, today is all about just giving back to the community, and excitement is just all about, I can see persons dancing on the field and the whole 9 yards. So with what's going on now, it's all about giving back to farmers and the farming community. Agri Depot, as the tagline says, the passion for growing. We are all about just giving back to farmers and just find the excitement to be in, the presence of farmers at all times. We're always looking forward to being, these type of settings. RADA is an amazing association, and we work very closely with RADA, the Agri Depot family and the RADA family, and we want to take the time out just to big them up. Now, what we have here is just some excitement, and we have been doing that from morning. We have been giving to the farmers, the insecticides and all this different stuff, looking at the excitement on their face. We have different products in our line, from the insecticides, the fungicides, the herbicides, and no doubt it's a pleasure just to give back to the community. What comes to mind is right away the Lavax, which is a non-selective contact herbicide, active ingredients, paraquat dichloride. Also, we have on stream when it comes on to different stuff. We have mites are out there, trips are out there, leaf miners, all the different stuff. But right away, I know I don't have a lot of time, but we have products like Sporic, a very good miticide, and we have products like Confront, a very good insecticide for sucking insects, your whiteflies and your trips and aphids and such. But step over, farmers. If you're not here on ground, you need to be here. It's an amazing excitement going on right now, and we want you to be on ground. We want you to experience what we're feeling, and no doubt it's an amazing day. From the Agri Depot family, it's amazing, my friend.
All right, there you have it from Adrian Staple, of course, a radio personality himself from Agri Depot. Big up yourself, and of course, that's the final link. Just want to big up our team, DJ Pancho, big up to Errol Murdoch, and of course, the show is on. It's absolutely free to get in, absolutely free. It's the perfect time for you to get all your fresh farm produce. Make your way down to Treadwind Park. That's where at Treadwind Park Cricket Club, the vibes is right, the atmosphere is right. Now we're going to do some field activities with our farmers and other giveaways, but we're pitching things back to Master Control. Mutabaruka, take it away.
Teddy?
Yes, Muta.
Yeah, you hear me, Teddy?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Oh, you make the man call and you ask him nothing, Rasta.
No, a different man, not a different man.
Yeah, well, a different, you matter about pesticide and homicide and all these things.
Oh, no, what? I'm still there, man. I'm still there. We can't make a talk to him, man.
I want to ask him, with all those pesticides that them have there, is there any side effects?
Yes.
On human beings after using those pesticides? If you don't have any side effects, or what? Just ask him.
All right, so Muta is asking if with all these chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, and we decide, is there any side effects after you apply these to the crops?
Wonderful. I really respect your questions very much, Mutabaruka. It's indeed a privilege to be on this platform with you, my friend. I've heard and listened to you so many times on the radio, Mutabaruka. Well, first of all, before I address that question, my friend, if we are following protocols and all of what is observed when it comes on to trainings, one of the very big things that we have in our portfolio is also training farmers on how to use these products effectively, and also to really help farmers to understand that when it comes on to insecticides, the first thing you got to do is you have to ensure that you're following protocols. When it comes on to training and using the products correctly, the first thing you gotta do is have your protective gears. I know it's not steered to the question that you're asking, but I want to first say, if we are observing all protocols and we are using the products and respecting the products and you're using that protective gear, then I will say, my friend, when you're not exposed to the chemical, there can't be any side effects when you're using all those protective gears that is necessary. Now, when it comes on to agriculture industry, we are very big. And I say we, all of the governing bodies, when it comes on to agriculture, we are pushing the mandate of using protective gears right across the board. So if you're addressing farmers who are using the protective gear, I'll say then there cannot be a side effect when you're protecting yourself. I'm talking about your respirator, your goggles, your 18-inch PVC rubber gloves, your water boot, your overall, all of what is your, I said goggles before, all of what is necessary. If you cannot spray in the wind, but if you have to, your back has to turn to the wind. So you cannot have the chemical be blowing back at you. All of what is there, if you're observing all the precautions and all the protocols necessary to keep a farmer safe, then how can you be exposed? You know, I mean, what is more exciting than you flying on a plane?
Yeah, well, brethren.
Talk to me.
Yeah, talk about something that me ask about, you know. Me not talk about the effect on the farmer, you know. Is the chemical them on the label, with the on the label, is there any knowledge that these chemicals, after spraying it on the plant them, and the plant them reap to go to the market, then to go to your table? Is there any chemicals on that has been known to cause any problem with the people them who consume the vegetable or the food because of those chemicals?
Thank you very much for the question. No, when it comes on to applying chemicals, I'm sorry, I'm chipping out. You hear me testing? When it comes on to applying chemicals, you have a thing called PHI, post-harvest interval. When a farmer observes that, and it's also on the label, that's why it's very important for farmers to read the labels of these chemicals. So I cannot say that, yes, there are side effects, that's the overall, but then there are precautions that should be taken when it comes on to using these chemicals. And everything is there on the labels. PCA, Pesticide Control Authority, is doing a wonderful job in enforcing all of these to ensure that farmers are observing the labels on the container. And as a matter of fact, there is no label, there's no product that can be in the market, specifically to agriculture, and it does not have a label and it's out there. I can guarantee you that the PCA is going to find that product and take it off the shelf. So to answer your question, there are on the label, all the guidelines are there, and when it's observed, then that farmer applying in the right protocol will definitely find that the molecules there that is applied to the plant will be broken down after a period of time. Some chemicals go for 7 days, some goes for 14 days, some goes for 21 days before harvest. You have to give it time for it to break down. But once those farmers are observing all of that on the label, then everything is safe when it's observed and used in the correct manner.
All right.
So if you're asking a question to say that if a farmer uses a product and it has side effects, if he uses it in the wrong way, of course he has side effects. If a farmer uses a bleach in the wrong way.
No, but why you keep talking about the farmer, brethren? I know the farmer me talk about, you know. It's not the farmer me talk about. Talk about the effect.
About the product.
The product when it got to your table, like Roundup, where the Roundup has been known to have effects on the human being. So may I say, if these labels, when you read the label, are we sure that some of those things that is on the label, when it reach the market and then reach the person who buy it and it in food, can the government secure we and say for surety that none of these chemicals will cause any damage, effect, or side effect on the consumer of the food where it prey upon.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm breaking up also. Oh, as I said before, and well, hello? I don't know if you're hearing me, but we're coming.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I'm in. You hear me? Testing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Going now. Yeah, you hearing me, but I'm not hearing you. I'm not even hearing myself. But so what I'm saying is that when it comes on to agriculture chemical, and I get what you're saying, because you're asking, these side effects coming from these chemicals, what assurance can you have when it reaches to the end user that you're 100% safe? Now, I am pushing the mandate to say everything is in place for a farmer to observe all the protocols necessary. I'm not talking to the farmers who do not want to listen to technical persons like the RADA. These guys are the governing body that ensure that chemicals are used in its correct manner. Now, I'm breaking up. I'm not hearing myself clearly, so I'm in a... Okay. So when it comes on, and I might be somewhat in and out, I hear myself, I'm breaking up big time. So basically, just to help you to understand, what I'm simply saying is that all of the chemicals that is on the market, all of these chemicals has a label. And once farmers observe these labels and you're doing all of what is necessary, everything is on the label. I don't know if you've ever, and I believe you have, looked at a label. Everything is there. And once the farmers observe all protocols, then it is going to be 100% okay when they observe all protocols. Now, as in everything, you will have farmers who are not focusing on the label. And now that's where the problem is. And that's where we come in as technical persons, ensuring that we're doing everything that is in our power to help a farmer to understand that they need to observe all protocols when it comes on to the label. And I can tell you point blank, if there's on a product or that cannot be provided, then they should not use the product. And I said that can be provided because sometimes the label is on and the label might be dropped off for some reason or another. But the label is... So I hear what you're saying, Muta, and just to say to you, my friend, that everything is on that label to ensure that the farmer follow the protocols, that everything can be safe.
You know Roundup? You know Roundup?
Yes, I know Roundup. Systemic active ingredients, glyphosate.
You know that Roundup has been going to court for the product that is causing a lot of sickness in America. You ever hear about that yet?
I don't know all the details, but I cannot speak to that fact because that is for the persons who are going in that situation. Until the information is out there fully.
The information is out there, Bridget. I know me I say it, information is out there that the product, them go to court and them have to pay enough money because the product has been known to cause a lot of things in other people them. Yes. It's not me I say it.
I can say is I completely have a lot of confidence in the Jamaican technical team, PCA, which they will do everything in their power to protect the Jamaican people with agriculture.
Them have Roundup in Jamaica,
And as I said before, I believe with all my heart that the Jamaican technical team, all of those that are out there, they have enough knowledge. I'm aware and I'm confident, not aware, that they already know about the article that you're talking about. And I'm saying that they will make the necessary decisions because they can pull the plug at any time. They're the governing body.
Well, so them no pull it up to now.
Yeah, but that time, and if it will come, it will come. But until then, let's continue to have the faith in our Jamaican technical team when it comes down to agriculture. These are trained persons from prestigious colleges that are trained in agriculture.
Faith is the substance of things hope for, evidence of things not seen. You ever hear that? All right.
Yes,
so,
not
be gone.
Until then.
Until then, when I will for people dead, until then. Be gone is a thing we're banned in a certain country. And be gone sell at Jamaica.
I believe that they know what they're doing, the PCA. I believe.
Who know what they're doing?
The technical team when it comes down to agriculture.
So so much things in Jamaica we have poison in Jamaica still.
You have to question to the
Okay, all right, sir, all right. We're going over the time. We are thief for time.
Keep it real.
Yeah, all right.
Guinness presents
3:30 gone, so next ads. We have some festival song, some of the finalists in the festival song. And at this moment, we want to feature one of them. I refer him, turn the spotlight on one of the JCDC popular song finalists for 2025. This one is called A Jam Down This, performed by Julius Clark. We want to feature next tune after it, this one called Blonde Hair Black Man. Blonde Hair Black Man. No, Rasta, the man a cool man. You don't have nobody where you can trust. But you don't mean say something wrong with you, man. Or something wrong with you, and something wrong with everybody in the world. Because I can't do it, I say, you can't trust nobody. Because it's a cold world. But you live in the earth, you live on the earth. You have to find somebody, brethren. Believe you me, it's terrible. Whole world.
Yes, I.
Graduated with honors. That is Michelle Thomas we are talking about. She was called to the Jamaican bar in December 2015 and is the founder and managing partner of the Michelle Thomas and Associate law firm. And we have many, many more things here, but we want to get into the topic, liability and the legal consequences of injuries stemming from minor altercation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so you hear the topic, liabilities and the legal consequence of injuries stemming from minor altercation. You get enough of that passing through your office?
Yes, I do. We do have a lot of cases that stems with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, grievous bodily harm. We do take on those matters quite frequently because it is an offense that easily able to be committed. And people, when they get in the heat of the matter, in terms of a cuss out, they resort to start to assault each
Violence.
other. And yes, because we don't practice nowadays to talk through things, talk through issues. It's just this a society that we're thrust into where people just, you said something to me, I'm offended. I feel like the best recourse is to take up a machete and slap you with it, or get 2 punches, or just fight it out. Nobody talk about how they feel anymore. Nobody try to, sit through and express themselves in a manner where we don't have to resort to those type of violence. So is what we Jamaicans feel like we want our one up or one man up or with too big faith to talk through.
So I can ask you, a lot of these cases, you find it reach a stage where death involved in it?
Not necessarily, because if it is that the person died, then that would be a charge of murder.
Murder, yeah.
Right. So you will find where a man diss a man, and a man will go film gun and then come back and inflict wound. I have seen where there's an alleged case recently where a man alleged to have been involved with another man's woman, and he just come and take off something and knock out the man, and the man just dead.
Oh, yeah.
So it sometimes can turn into murder, depending on the severity of the blow.
Yeah,
sometimes there's no intention to cause the death, but based on the force that is applied, death just happened.
Yeah.
And that's a different matter altogether, because murder charges are held on a higher
level,
spectrum as opposed to an assault. An assault, it's governed by the offenses against the person act, and if you are found guilty, you can be convicted up to 3 years. But when we're talking about murder now, we're not talking about 3 years upon a conviction.
Yeah. All right.
So it's
yeah.
levels of severity.
Yeah. All right. So a man and a man have an argument, and the next man decides to lift up a chair and lick the man in the middle of the chair. All right. So the man now who get licked with the chair, him go to the police. And where the police tell him now? The police say him have to find the man who lick him with the chair.
What the police is supposed to do is to take a report from the person, the complainant. When they take the report, they will also have to do an investigation. When they start that investigation and they found that investigation is what is borne out in the statement is actually factual, they will go and arrest and charge the accused who would have caused the harm, and then that person is brought before the court.
All right, suppose it's two of them get injured. Like the two of them get injured, two of them are roll upon the ground and,
then sometimes that can end up into case and cross case. So you have a case against me and me have a case against you. Yeah. Because you can have multiple complainants and multiple accused all in one setting.
So that's what I need. That's what I need. Every eyewitness. What that's what I need.
That would I need the same thing that would need if it's just one. There's two of them would have given their statements to the police. Two of them will need lawyers. Two of them will be prosecuted. Two of them will stand if it's not a case where they can mediate and talk through things. Two of them will have trials. So one trial may go first and then the other afterwards. So it's called a case and cross case. So if I feel like you have caused harm to me and I have to defend myself, then you have the option of pleading self-defense to say that you, as a result of your actions, I had to respond. So me responding to you is not as a result of me intentionally want to cause you harm, but I am put into a risk and I want to retaliate or respond in a way that is proportionate and within the realms of self-defense.
So if the two of them can ball out, say, are you first offend?
One would have to be proven to be the aggressor.
So you prove that, because
this is based on the facts borne out, because each party will necessarily give a statement, and when you enter into a trial, you'd be surprised how things unfold. The judge will sit and listen to how the evidence is placed, the level of eyewitnesses that are involved. If witnesses come and give testimony, if it is that there's no eyewitness and you want to bring a character witness to say that I am a person of this standing and I don't have the propensity to behave, if not in a manner, if not provoked. So it's really how you put the case before the court and how in giving evidence, if it is that it is clear that you are not giving the full accurate account, because sometimes the demeanor, your body language, everything is on display in court, and the judge, based on level of expertise and experience, they can glean when someone is lying. It's just as how an attorney, after interviewing a client, based on your level of experience, you just know that this client is withholding information or this client is not being truthful just by the way how they present the story.
All right. So what is it? All right. In your situation, when you find cases with like a man come to you and he might say, why you bring a lawsuit against this man here? Tell me the worst case scenario can develop to make you say, you're not taking case.
It really runs on your own ethical and moral principle, because some lawyers may know say, all right, the client is not truthful, but every man is entitled to a defense. So they will overlook that and say, look, I will put the best defense forward even though I don't believe you. For me, I always tell people, look, you want the best representation, I need to know everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. I need to know what I am getting myself into. Because it's funny enough, or when you're on the witness stand, things come out that you don't see. And then you as the attorney would have to maneuver whilst you're on your feet doing your advocacy. So I like to know, I love a client that is very forthright, honest, and just, they will just talk their truth, and I will then determine, is it somebody that I want to represent? Is it something that ethically and morally I am okay with? So it really goes back to your own principle to know that, okay, this person is capable of murdering someone, and blatantly will say, oh, I did it. It's really a call for you. And that's why I think a lot of female attorneys, they shy away from criminal law because, for example, if it is that people harm a child, how do you get up and represent someone that harm a young person or a little minor? What is it that something as a woman you can grapple with? So it's something that you really have to think about it. For me, I always go with my gut feeling because it's not every case is a good case. And it's not every case is a case that you can win. Will that case allow you to breach ethical guidelines? Will that case cause you to question yourself as a person? It all boils down to a lot of things. So that is why you have to screen clients and listen and take notes and assess, and then you can decide for if it is something that you as the lawyer will undertake. Because there are other law firms, there are other lawyers, there's legal aid. Justice is available to everybody, whether you have money, you don't have money, whether you're from uptown, whether you're from downtown, the access to justice in any country is available. It's just how you tap into it.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you a question now. Not you personally, but maybe one of your colleagues have a case with a one who gets into an altercation with somebody, and when you hear how him explain the case, there's no way you can say him on the wrong side. And with information when you say, yeah, you're going to try it, you're going to, take up him case for him. And we're down in the trial. You get that information and find out, say, the man not tell a lie. How you deal with that?
It depends on which state in the trial, because at the end of the day, you don't want to, in the middle of a trial, and leave a client without counsel. So for me, in answering that question, it depends on where we are in the trial, and it depends if I feel like you haven't told me a lie, I'm just not able to see past that, then I believe that you will not get the best representation. So I would have that one-on-one conversation to say, look, I'll refund you, or I think it is best to find another counsel who will give you the best representation, because of the fact that I can't look past this misstatement. And even in a retainer agreement that you have with clients, you ought to disclose that if at any time you feel as though the client is not forthright or giving you or misstating information, that can be a manner in which you can terminate the retainer arrangement. So it's all about protecting yourself and pivoting according based on what is borne out in trial and with the client. Because, as I said before, every man has the right to a defense. And when you're taking on someone's matter, you have to do so with your best foot forward. This is a profession that is a noble one, and our lawyers ought to hold themselves accountable to certain standards and keep the profession at a standard that is within good, good view of the public. You can't be a lawyer and engage in certain things. So because of the noble profession, if it is that you feel like you will not give your best self, or it will cause you to do something that you might regret, that you just step aside and end the retainer arrangement.
All right, I want to come forward, when the advertisement, I want to come forward with a question about 3 people in a house, the mother, the child, and the father. And then there's an altercation develop in the house. And the mother and the father argue. And the child now stand up and watch this. Can the child go to the police and bring a claim against whosoever, which one of them, and then carry whosoever go to the courthouse and make her statement based upon what she say with the relationship with her mother and her father? We're going to come and take a break. Just hold that whole thing a while ago. I don't know if you remember where we made that talk about. You remember?
Yes, I did. You were talking about if a child witnesses certain things within her parents, if it is that the child could make a complaint, and what the child role would be in that situation. Alright, so in answering the question, first and foremost is that when it comes to child complainants or child being used as witness, it is a total different ball game. Because first of all, if it is that a child is going to be giving evidence in court, they must oftentimes be supported by a guardian or a parent or even a representative from the Office of the Children's Advocate. So even when they're going to give the police officers information, one of those persons have to accompany them. A child can't be giving a statement by themselves. That's first thing. If it is that they do overcome the hurdle and they make the report to the police and somebody is present, a guardian is present, in actually testifying in court, that's another hurdle. Depending on the age of the child, the court normally have to assess whether the child is competent to give evidence in court. And in order to assess those competence, the court will have an assessment done by a psychiatrist or a probation officer will have to do that report, make the assessment, do the report, and send it to the court. Sometimes the court may also do what is called a voir dire. And a voir dire is like an examination, a little preliminary examination of the child to ascertain whether or not the child is competent or they understand the onus that comes with giving evidence, if they understand a difference between a truth and a lie. So the court will do that through what is called a voir dire before the child can give any evidence. Because we do understand that children can over-exaggerate or misunderstand situations. And so whenever it is that a child is going to be giving evidence, the court ought to proceed with greatest of caution and really determine if that child is competent to give the evidence.
Okay.
So it's not just, child witness something, child gives statement, child is placed before the court and child just say what them see. There's a lot that goes behind a child being used as a witness.
Okay. Well, we have to wrap up. Time short still, but we have to wrap up. We want to give thanks for your input. We hope we can call you back because this was a very short thing, It's very short. So, Michelle Thomas, we want to give thanks for your input. And as we said before, if we call you back, I hope you will take the invitation and come forward. Okay?
No problem. No problem. All right.
Give thanks. Yes, that was Attorney Michelle Thomas talking about altercations amongst people, whether 2 people or 3 people or child and parents, are very important that we understand what is it that you're getting yourself into when you reach courthouse, because you're the thumper man and you never mean to thump him. And you thump him first. Like the brother where stepping on the woman's head. I don't hear nothing more about that brother there, you know. He must see their court. Maybe all them court, you know, no call up until all 5-6 years after. Anyway, we pass music news, so we're going to the music news. Music news.
Reggae Radio.
Later today, Toronto's close-knit reggae community, which Leroy Gibbons belonged to for many years, will salute the singer's contribution to reggae, which will be held at the Jamaican Canadian Centre in that city. Gibbons, who lived in Canada for over 50 years, died in Hanover on June 17 at 874. No cause of death has been given. From Gregory Park, St. Catherine, Leroy Gibbon was best known for songs like Four Season Lovers, Cupid, This Magic Moment, and Missing You. He had understated ties with gospel music, which he revisited 3 years ago with Heaven Bound, an EP produced by James Smith. Leroy Gibbon was a part of Toronto's vibrant reggae community in the 1980s. It is also included with Jackie Mitu, Leroy Sibbles, Willie Williams, and Johnny Osborne, and the Messenger Band. So, of course, later on, all the close-knit reggae community will touch base, of course, in Toronto, where they salute the singer's contribution to reggae. In all the news, the global dancehall hit Shake It to the Max remix by Molly, Silent Addy, Skillibang, and Shensia ranks at number 19 on Billboard's The Best 50 Songs of 2025 so far list. Shake It to the Max remix was released in February, and since then it has gone to dance several mainstream charts around the globe, as well as in Canada, United States, and the United Kingdom. The song moved up to number 10 on the week's Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart, marking the first time in 19 years that a Jamaican has made the top 10. On the Hot 100, it stepped up from number 55 to number 47, while on R&B and hip-hop streaming songs, it skipped from number 16 to 12. It rises to a new peak at number 15 on the R&B hip-hop airplays, as well as spiraling from 14 to number 5 on the R&B hip-hop digital song sales. Over on the mainstream R&B and hip-hop airplay, the song cracked the number 10 spot, making it to the top 10. Shake It to the Max was recently certified silver in the United Kingdom for sales and streaming equivalent of over 200,000 units. Some of the other songs that made the Billboard 50 Best Songs of 2025 so far list include End of the World by Miley Cyrus, number 42, and 30 for 30 by SZA featuring Kendrick Lamar at number 27. Entertainer YG Marley's genre-defining anthem Praise Jah in the Moonlight has reached yet another momentum and, of course, another milestone. This time, the north of the border, the chart-topping reggae singer has been certified double platinum in Canada, further solidifying its status as a global hit. The certification, announced on June 20 by Music Canada, marks over 160,000 units sold in the country through a combination of digital sales and on-demand streams. Music Canada, the organization responsible for administering official gold and platinum awards, plays a pivotal role in advancing the country's music scene through education initiatives, artist support, and industrial development. Originally released in the late 2023, Praise Jah in the Moonlight took the world by storm when its spiritual message with rich legacy. The track samples Bob Marley's Crisis, a subtle yet powerful nod to YG Marley's iconic grandfather, and has since sold over 5 million units globally. In the United States alone, it has gone platinum for over 1.5 million units sold to date, and it has also earned multi-platinum status in countries like New Zealand. Its impact has been amplified by electrifying performances during Lauryn Hill's Miss Education of Lauryn Hill tour, where YG brought the song to sold-out arenas worldwide. With over 439.97 million streams on Spotify as of June 19, and over 45 million YouTube views, Praise Jah in the Moonlight continues to defy expectations. Hey, party fans, draw closer. Turn your radios up for the 411 and what's popping for this weekend. The second staging of Black River Film Festival, Cloggies on the Beach, theme, co-production and distribution panel discussions, film screenings, after-party food and refreshments. Speakers Evan Jackson, Dana DeLay, and of course, Greg Maurice, Angela White, and the Honorable Floyd Green, among others. Several speakers will be there. Also happening, Guinness Pull-Up, Team Black versus Team X.
So we're going to repeat some African names where we do. I think it's last week we do it because people sometimes miss the spelling. They have problems with getting the spelling right. And when more than one person said that both the same names, them, we have to repeat it. So here we go now. Female, Samia. Samia, S-A-M-I-H-A, Samia. Samia means generous. Salma. Salma, S-A-L-M-A, Salma. Salma means safe. Salama. Salama, S-A-L-A-M-A, Salama means peaceful. And Sabia. Sabia, S-A-B-I-H-A, Sabia means beautiful. So that's Samia, S-A-M-I-H-A, means generous. Salma, S-A-L-M-A, means safe. Salama, S-A-L-A-M-A, Salama means peaceful. And Sabia, S-A-B-I-H-A, Sabia means beautiful. Male names, Ishe, Ishe, E-S-H-E, Ishe. Ishe means life, life. Ezeako, Ezeako, E-Z-I-K, E-Z-I-A-K-U, Ezeako. Ezeako means good wealth, good wealth. Ezigbo, Ezigbo, E-Z-I-G-B-O, Ezigbo means beloved. And Diap, D-I-O-P, Diap means ruler or scholar, ruler or scholar. So that's Ishe, E-S-H-E, means life. Ezeako, E-Z-I-A-K-U, Ezeako, means good wealth. Ezigbo, Ezigbo, E-Z-I-G-B-O, Ezigbo means beloved. And Diap, D-I-O-P, Diap means ruler or scholar. So this weekend we're on our way to Black River. You hear the advertisement them around. We are going to play some music on Black River. Yes, Wolipa movie star I go down there. I hear them mention a movie star where I just watch on Netflix named The Crown of Africa, I'm calling him. And some others where I actually see them on the Netflix there. But I want to recommend a movie to the people, them, you know, if you have Netflix. The movie named Straw. Straw by Tyler Perry. He write it, produce it and direct it. Straw. A very gripping movie about a woman and how she deal with her child. She do anything for her child. It named Straw. You know why them say last straw, this is the last straw. But may I tell you, man, it's a serious movie. I recommend it too, no? Yes, Straw. Tyler Perry movie on Netflix. So we'll be down Black River and we'll be playing music. And I hear that we have some stars from even England too. and some from America, and some from Jamaica. So hope to see you there. Friday and Saturday, we'll be playing there. Friday, which is tomorrow, we'll be playing there. Stay tuned. And we want to tell the people them say, watch a man. Be careful of those roads. Because you have some accidents where happen where no reported, you know. Yeah, man. 2 people not dead, you know, hear about it. But when your car mash up, it's not a lovely thing. When a man lick your car, you know, even though it no gone on the big screen by your YouTube and them way there, but it's stress. Total stress when a man lick your car. You understand? I'm saying the taxi man, them are going like them a madman, said we, you know. Yeah, man, the taxi man, them no easy, man. A long line of cars stop at stoplight, you know. The taxi man just go around everybody from the wrong side of the road and go sit down in front of the line of traffic. In the middle of the next traffic, then we are supposed to come across. I talk about the Dunrabin Road and Carlton Spring Road. They come down the road and enough traffic. And when the taxi man them decides them go around the whole of the traffic them and go sit down there, so when the traffic light says stop, them stand up in the middle of the road and the traffic them will come from the other side of the road, Dunrabin. Them get stuck because the taxi man them go down the middle of the road. The man from Dunrabin can't pass them. And then now, when the stoplight say go, them can't move still because them keep going in front of some traffic down at the other side of the stoplight. I don't know what's wrong with them, Bridget and Rasta. I don't know what's wrong. You can't tell me so you have to get some money quick. So quick. To give your boss because I know you're a taxi. That you impede everything when they're on the road. Everything. And the coaster bus, let me say I do it too, you know. Them go up on the other side of the road and drive go right in front of every traffic. Go sit down there. When the stoplight says stop. And when the other one come across, them can't move. So them block up the road. With the traffic, then we'll go up the road. May I tell you, man, anyway, listen up, Top Draw Dollars, speak to picture. Why you up, Shane Clark? Yeah, man. Give thanks, Shane. We'll be back here next week with the cutting edge and the Steppin race. I will do it all over again. I remember we have Black River this weekend, yes.